1962. The world was still free, but not for long. While the major powers of Earth competed against each other during the Cold War, a new force emerged from the shadows. An empire unlike any before it, the Scorpion Empire. While the world watches the mysterious rise of the Scorpion Empire overseas, the United States forces a crisis much closer to home. In the heart of America, a charismatic revolutionary known only as Osborne had gathered thousands of followers. What began as scattered protest quickly evolved into an armed movement. Dallas became the movement political headquarters. Kansas City served as its logistical center, and Houston provided fuel supplies and access to vital transportation routes. So the Scorpion Empire will evolve to a multinational force. As Osborne's rebellion continued to spread across the American heartland, President Chenault realized that waiting was no longer an option. The city of Albuquerque had become one of the rebellion's strongest footholds in the southwest. The intelligence report suggested that Osborne's commanders were using that city as a coordination center for operations across the region. So President Chenault activates an attack led by Marshal McCampbell, General Bradley, and their forces. As the Battle of the Albuquerque began, President Chenault opened a second front. Marshals Abrams and Patton were ordered to advance toward Dallas, the heart of Osborne's rebellion. Leading columns of A1 Abrams tanks, their forces pushed south, preparing for one of the most important campaigns in the war. After a rapid offensive, Marshal McCampbell successfully captured Albuquerque and forced Osborne forces to retreat from the city. The victory restored federal control over a key position in the southwest and marked the first major success for the United States Army against the rebellion. Following the victory of Albuquerque, the United States launched heavy bombing raids against rebel positions in Dallas. The attacks weakened Osborne's defenses and opened the way for a federal assault on the city. After intense fighting, Dallas fell to government forces and Osborne suffered his major defeat of the war. After the fall of Dallas, Marshal Abrams turned his attention to Houston, one of the last major strongholds of Osborne movement. Leading a powerful armed offensive, Abrams pushed into the city and overwhelmed the remaining force defenses. Houston soon fell under federal control, dealing another major blow to the rebellion. While federal forces advanced across the south, a new offensive was launched against rebel positions in Miami. American troops and air units attacked the city from multiple directions, forcing Osborne's forces to retreat. At the same time, Marshal Abrams completed the capture of Houston after a powerful armored assault. The city was returned to federal control, cutting off one of the rebellion's key supply centers. Federal forces then moved against Kansas City, one of Osborne's last major strongholds. After a swift offensive, the city fell to the United States Army, further weakening the rebellion and restoring government authority across the region. By the end of 1962, the rebellion had been crushed. Dallas, Houston, Kansas City, Albuquerque, and Miami were back under federal control. To the American people, it looked like the crisis was over. It would be nice if history has ended that way, but we already know the truth. We know what happened next. We know that the victories of 1962 were only a brief moment of peace before a much darker chapter began. And soon the world would face an enemy far greater than Osborne. So yeah guys, this was part 2 of World Conqueror for the movie. If you enjoyed this kind of content and if you want more, leave a like, a share and a subscribe. And yeah, we will see you into the next chapter because I want to continue with the story. I hope you enjoyed that pre-sequel because this was a dream before the things get messy in the 80s. And yeah, leave a like, a share and a subscribe if you enjoyed this. Have a nice day. Bye bye.